make this a parade, not a protest. You got little ones here, you got dogs, so what's up? So listen, I'm just telling you, these cops love you.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Look how I'm living now. Police be tripping now. Yeah, this is America. Guns in my area. I got the strap. I gotta carry 'em. Yeah, I'ma go into this. Yeah, this is gorilla. Yeah, I'ma go get the bag. Yeah, or I'ma get the pad. Yeah, I'm so cold like I'm so dull like we gon' blow like
The only reason we're here is to make sure that you got a voice. That's it. There we go. Don't think for a second that he represents who these cops are from all over the county and around the station. We go out there to help people, not do that.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. Look how I'm geeking now. I'm so fitted. I'm on Gucci. I'm so pretty. I'm gonna get it. Watch me move. This is Sally. That's a tool. On my Kodak. Ooh, know that. Ooh, get it. Ooh, work it. 100 bands. Contraband. I got the plug on who a hawker. Whoa. They gonna find you like Baca.
Cops love you. That cop over there hugs people, so you tell us what you need to do. Walk with us. 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 Let's walk with us. Hello, and welcome to the Devil's Hour Redux. My name is Jeff with the G, and welcome to the show. I felt it was necessary to show that video before we got started with everything like that, because I think it's important. But yeah, no sound? Why do we have no sound? I have sound on my end. Test. So Todd, you're there you go. I don't know what's going on. All right, awesome, Todd. So yeah, this is the redo for the Devil's Hour. It's supposed to happen Wednesday, but due to technical difficulties, I don't know what was going on last week on Wednesday. I had great connection, yet I couldn't upload for anything. Although I could download all I wanted. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I took some time. Well, we only got about almost halfway through the show last time, but we're gonna make it through. Yes, we are. But you're gonna hear some of the same jokes I did, but I did add to them or tweak them a little bit. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Thank you guys for being a part of this special Friday night edition of The Devil's Hour. I appreciate you guys coming out. It's really awesome, especially with it's like we decided this like earlier today or yesterday to put the show on today. Usually, what's happening during this time is usually the Hot Mess Happy Hour with Tifa and Emma, but Tifa was under the weather and so couldn't do the show this week, and so it became happenstance where I can come and do this tonight. So thank you guys for coming around and doing this sort of stuff. We got a lot of fun stuff tonight. We have a lot of great performances. We're also doing a giveaway. I know. Which I'll get into that a little bit later. It's going to be a lot of fun. As I said, we got a great show tonight. We've got Kriss Broken. We have Nightmare Sonata. We have the amazing Tom Wall. And the really great Lisa Lyric. So it's a lot of fun. This is not a Devil's Hour t-shirt. This is just a weirdo t-shirt from the DC Weirdo show I got a few years ago at the Great Southern Sideshow Hootenanny. There is a Devil's Hour t-shirt available. If you look right there, it says merch, devilshour.threadless.com. Oh, the giveaway is not a t-shirt. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go over that now. So the great and wonderful Tom Wall, I got the stuff right here. He got this really cool book called Juggling, and it's like one of the original like manuals ever done for juggling. It's a reproduction. It's actually from his printing press called Modern Vaudeville Press. Go check them out. modernvaudevilpress.com. No, it's awesome. In addition to that, I'll go over everything what's available, because we also got a really cool CD from one of the musicians tonight, which is Lisa Lyrics. The name of the album is called Hooker Heels. We'll go over that when it's time for her to come on stage on the screen. There's a couple of stickers here from Tom Wall and Modern Vaudeville Press. And because I'm a member of the Trash Fire Sideshow, I have a Trash Fire Sideshow button I'm going to throw in the mix. You want to win? This is really, really easy. All I need is the first person who is not currently subscribed to the channel to subscribe now, and I will send this nice handy-dandy package through whatever else I have here as well directly to you. And that includes Twitch Prime. So if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get to sign up for free. There are other choices to win stuff later, maybe. It depends on how this goes. So all you do is subscribe. I said, if you're an Amazon Prime member, it doesn't cost you anything to join. So please do so. All right, let's get started with the show, all right? So, well, Drama Freak, there are other opportunities. Actually, Hot Todd, you are not a subscriber. You follow the channel, but not a subscription. You got to have that nice little fun little star next to your name to show that you're a subscriber. Anyways, now time for the show. Jokes. So this past Saturday, so like a week ago, we did something that we hadn't seen since U.S. Soil since 2010. I'm not talking about the Macarena. I'm talking about going into space, baby. Yes, space. Yes, people here Wednesday, you are going to hear some of the same jokes. Deal with it. We launched SpaceX's Dragon from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. You know, Florida, where the gators come from. It was said to be a textbook flight for the burgeoning company, and this was the last of their test flights before they were going full speed, sometimes likely this fall. What I really think is cool is that Elon Musk decided it was boring up in space, and so he decided to add in weird Lego spacemen. See, new jokes. Just so that way everybody's entertained. Lego spacemen, because that's what they look like, don't they? Yeah. Spaceship. Speaking of weirdos and science, in England, a product from BioShield Distribution has been ordered to be taken off the shelves. That, my friends, is the 5G BioShield. It is a device designed to keep harmful particles away from your quantum particles away from your house. There's a crackpot theory that the use of quantum technology and 5G, like your 5G phones with your, iPhone 20,000 or your Samsung Galaxy 6 billion. That 5G services has been known causing deaths in such problems as deaths with birds, trees. It's the reason why COVID-19 exists. And thank you, Hot Todd. Boom, subscribed. We will talk later about getting your package for your stuff. I do still have more chances to win for another. I have another package of the CD and the book to be given away later in the show. So Hot Todd Lincoln. Bing, bing, ding. Awesome. Good for you. Now the 5G shield is available for the low price of £339. That's $425 American, so you can keep yourself safe with an ordinary empty USB stick. Just keep safe out there. Todd, we're going to talk a lot about your package, but we'll be doing that tomorrow when you're going to be on the G-Spot right here on Cabin Fever. We'll talk about your package all night long if that's really what you want to do. Now, I can't... Now, I can't not talk about the amazingly awesome people that have gone out protesting the injustice that has been occurring. I can't. But what's interesting is who has been coming out in solidarity. Now, let's see. We've got the witches are coming out. We have the Amish. I don't know how they found out about this. Anonymous came out of nowhere. And, of course, during protests... apparently ass eaters. I know there's a time and place for the amore, but in the middle of a protest is not the best place. And I still have to say this is hands down the most fucked up sequels of the Avengers I've ever seen. Quite simply. But... new joke here. I can tell you who the first entry-level boss threat should be. You know that combat they have at the very beginning of the movie that kind of helps establish the group dynamic? You see that in all the Avenger movies and stuff like that. Well, anyway, I believe that their first target should be... the first target for the new fucked-up Avengers should be Cynthia Brem. This lady is the Behar County, and that's here in Texas. Republican chairperson. Last month, she had claimed that the coronavirus was a Democratic hoax. I don't know if she meant the party or the government style. However, she really has outdone herself recently. Whiskey? That's not what she did better. It's just I'm having some whiskey. So... what she's outdone herself recently. In a recently deleted Facebook post, when you have friends that on your Facebook page that are reporters, they're going to picture that. That's right there. I'm going to give you the summation. What this is Brem theorized that the death of George Floyd was a quote-unquote staged event designed to undermine the president's chances with black voters. She then later stated within a letter that says, the supposed officer is now missing from his home, nowhere to be found. This smells of MK Ultra activation. Now, for those of you guys not in the know of what MK Ultra is, MK Ultra was a series of failed mind control experiments from the 50s and 60s conducted by the CIA. So for her to pull a 50-plus-year-old reference, it's pretty wild. Second, they found the guy. He's locked up. And with his charges are getting more and more severe as every day goes on. But this delusional asshole, Brem, to spout that his outright murder is a hoax, I'm sure that she thinks that George Floyd, Eric Garner, Ayanna Jones, Philando Castle, Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, and over 1,000 other innocent lives who died this year are all living it up in the Caribbean with Tupac, Elvis, and Kurt Cobain. So, fuck Cynthia Brem. Avengers assemble. See, new joke. Last but certainly not least, little do we know how much our world has changed since March 20th. Now, the stay-at-home orders were largely going into place now, but that's when the Tiger King was unleashed. For those of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, where have you been? It's not like you had anything better to do. Well, there's a new wrinkle in the Tiger King saga. It seems that Joe Exotic there had fraudulently transferred his property to his mother, to escape those nasty creditors he was having. And a judge put the kibosh on all that and returned everything back to normal. So that means that the living embodiment of Affliction Apparel, Jeff Lowe, who has been operating the GW Exotic Animal Memorial Park, he's been ordered to vacate the property within 120 days, as the property now goes to his Joe Exotic's creditors. And who is numero uno in those lists of creditors? That's right, you all cool cats and kittens. Carol fucking Baskins. Big Cat Rescue is coming to Oklahoma, and she didn't even need sardine oil this time. Dun 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 dun. Boom. So I also found a really cool, weird thing that you guys might dig. You might not. I don't know. A lot of fun. It's different than what I had on Wednesday, so I wanted to change some stuff up. So here you go. If this doesn't get stuck in your head, I wouldn't be surprised. Here you go.
Look at me, I'm a train on the track, I'm a train, I'm a train, I'm a train, yeah. Look at me, got a load on my back, I'm a train, I'm a train, I'm a train, yeah. Look at me, I'm going somewhere, I'm a train, I'm a train, I'm a train, yeah. Look at me, I'm going somewhere, I'm a train, I'm a train, I'm a train, yeah. Been hard days, it has been hard days, it has been hard days, it has. I'm a train, 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 yeah. Look at me, look at me, look at me, train. Look at him, look at him. I'm a train, he's a train, he's a train. Been a life that's long and hard. I'm a train, I'm a train, I'm a train. Yeah, going down to the breaker's yard. I'm a train, I'm a train, I'm a train. Yeah, been hard days. It has been hard days. It has been hard days. It has. I'm a train, 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 I'm a train. Train, train, I'm a 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 train.
You're welcome, everybody. As I said, we got a really great show today. We've got... Why am I doing this to you, Boobzilla? Because I love you. I give with love. I give the weirdo vibes of love. You're welcome. That's how it works. You're welcome. We got a great show today. We've got the amazing Tom Wall. You should, Juliet. Yeah, definitely check it out. I'll send you links later. I do weird stuff every week. So anyway, we've got a great show. We've got amazing Tom Wall. We've got the funny and talented musical stylings of Lisa Lyric. We've got Nightmare Sonata, and of course, the amazing, wonderful Kriss Broken, who is actually on the chat. So we will be right back.
Is your bar looking a little ordinary? Is it lacking something awesome? Well, head out to your local liquor store and pick up something extraordinary. Grab a bottle of Old Humble Straight Whiskey or Old Humble Special Reserve. They're clean, smooth, easy drinking whiskeys that taste the way whiskey should taste. From humble beginnings to an extraordinary finish, Old Humble whiskeys are what your bar needs today. Walk tall, be awesome, and drink humble. Old Humble Straight Whiskey and Old Humble Special Reserve. Get yours today.
And we have returned. For those people just descending into this hour or so of madness, my name is Jeff with the G, and you're part of the special Friday edition of the Devil's Hour. One of my new props, one is I get a new camera to do stuff with, and the other things I have this cool little microphone. It's actually supposed to be a lapel mic, but it isn't loud enough because it's a cheap lapel mic. So I created a stick mic like Gene Rayburn from Match Game. And I use a bar spoon because So what's everybody drinking tonight? It's a Friday night. It's not during the week. I know some people just do water and stuff during the week, but you know, you can cut loose. You can get seltzer water this time of year. You can go that route. Cranberry juice, lemon water. That's fine. I mean, good for you. Hydrate. Keep your stuff to go. That's good to go. I'm drinking my nice fun cocktail. Whiskey, absinthe, and vermouth with some bitters is amazing. I love it. But let's start with our show. Let's get started with our first guest. Mezcal. There you go, Kriss. Yeah, of course you are. Gin, also good. You got nowhere you have to be tomorrow. Drink up. Coffee and La Croissant. So fancy, Juliet. So let's talk about our first guest. Our first guest actually hails from Greensboro, North Carolina. Oh my God, LaCroix. Ugh. Greensboro, North Carolina. The Reverend Ben Samedi formed the great band of Nightmare Sonata, who rose from the depths of the gothic, industrial, and punk rock scenes there. Originally, the band was composed of the Right Reverend there, a possessed laptop, and a mannequin that was stolen from Hot Topic, brought to life with magical voodoo hairspray, and then taught to play keyboards. Since then, other lovely crazy creatures have joined the world's only voodoo horror punk band. You can actually go to nightmaresonata.com and pick up their latest release, Carolina Voodoo. So if you could, please give it up for the one, the only, Nightmare Sonata. And we're back. So what you guys think? Like a little Nightmare Sonata there? I know I do. No, really good. Go check out their stuff. It's really, really good. Lots of great stuff. Carolina Voodoo is actually a really great record. Please go ahead and pick it up. Go to their site to pick up their stuff. They're fan them on Facebook, great. But pick up their records. It's really cool. It always helps them out. They enjoy it. It's worthwhile. There was also a link there if you wanted to tip them directly, which I always recommend. That's why I put the little links there here for people, so that way if they like the show and like their performances, you can tip them directly. It's awesome. If you don't know who to tip, you can tip me right there. It's Jeff with the G-13 on Venmo. I like money. Let's talk about our next guest. Our next guest is a good friend of mine. And so far, tech issues do not exist. I'm talking about my good friend there, Kriss Broken, who is actually on the chat right now. Hey, Kriss Broken. Hey, how you doing? He is Houston's beer-swilling, chainsaw-swinging son of an undertaker, the king of vodkill, blah, and also the innovator of danger music. I mean, he actually really cool and constructs these really crazy things. I mean, really crazy things. Like, the guitar that's a chainsaw and a flamethrower, a smoking banjo that hangs off his ears. Lots of crazy and fun stuff. He is actually a really cool mat innovator, stunt, so much so that he has actually been seen on TV. I think it's Outrageous Acts of Science. Is that correct, Kriss? I meant to look it up or ask you earlier, but I didn't, because that's how professional I am. He has been a degenerate of the sideshow with me and Scabs and him. He's also been a current member of the Trash Fire sideshow. He is the amazing and wonderful Kriss Broken, everybody.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'd have to learn to save my own soul.
Kriss Broken, everybody. And we did it. We actually made it through. We actually made it through this time. Now, here's an interesting thing about Kriss Broken. I'm going to talk about him for a second before I get to the sideshow history. I have conversations with everybody around Houston and stuff like that. And I think we're all pretty much in agreement that the best sideshow performer in the Houston area is Kriss Broken. I am been really happy and humbled to be been part of shows and working with him. Whether it's whether it's a great show or it is a complete and utter trash fire. He's a great guy. I really dig him. And yes, the music's by Lincoln Durham, who is amazing as well. It's really cool. And the stuff you saw on the thing, which on his video there, is crazy. But he does crazier stuff that you don't see on the video. Like, he does a bullet catch. That's right, a bullet catch. It's my favorite. My favorite son is. Oh yeah, Kriss. If you don't know, like Drama Freak '83 works a lot of stages up in New York area. So maybe there might be a small little trash fire tour going to make our way up the East Coast. Maybe sometime during the summer. I'm sure the gents and ladies from New York, DC area would love to see us and all that sort of fun stuff. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be we'll see how things go, depending on how life returns to normal, whatever that's going to be once everything gets back to where people can walk around without masks on. Anyway, back to the show. Let's get back to the show. All right, let's talk sideshow history. All right, so when looking at far stuff like that, and I didn't even realize I did this until I had everything booked and stuff like that, and everything's been going on. But this is a weird kind of musical episode. For the show, I mean, we have musical acts, but I made sure for my my You're Welcome video was also music related, and today I want to talk about music as well. And what I really want to do is I want to talk about somebody who was actually born in the business, like they were born in the circus, in the sideshow, the circus sideshow, and then he went from that into breaking out in a completely different field, which I still think is fascinating. So. It's my show. I can talk about what I want. And he did come from sideshow and circus, so it counts. All right, so who I want to talk about today is this guy right here. This guy's name is Harry James. If you go looking on the Midway, you're not going to see his name anywhere. You won't find it. You might hear him. I think you will, but I'll explain why in due time. You see, Harry there was born in 1916 to Everett Robert James, who was a band leader for the mighty Hague Circus. And also to his mother, who is Myrtle Maybell, who was the star acrobat and horseback rider. And here's a little flag from one of the mighty shows that they used to do all the time. Young Harry started working at the circus at a very young age, first at age 4 as a contortionist, and then at age 6 where he was starting to play a snare for the circus band. It was also around that time that Harry was almost trampled to death by the circus horses in a trick gone wrong. Fortunately, his mother's horse, who was very well bonded, actually sat there and stood over him and protected him so that way he wasn't trampled. At around age 8, Harry began taking trumpet lessons from his dad. And by age 12, he was actually leading the second band for the Christie Brothers Circus, which they had moved on to. Eventually, the family soon after settled in the Beaumont, Texas area. And then Harry really took to the music. He was so good that after playing in a band during his high school years, and here a man by the name of Ben Pollock, who was a popular national band leader, heard him after one song and scooped him up to join his band back in 1935. And then soon after, Harry went and left to join another group, and here is a little bit of snip as far as what he's playing with. Most people know this song. The guy in the center is Harry James. Horn. That's Harry James. So he joined the Benny Goodman Band. And that's really his fate was sealed. And there's a picture of him with Benny Goodman. So it's really cool. You can actually hear his horn all throughout that song, which is called Sing, 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 for you guys not familiar with it. But you hear it. It's been in a bunch of movies like The Mask and all sorts of other stuff. And usually when people think of that kind of swing era, it's one of the songs they think of. Now, with Goodman's blessing and financial support, Harry James actually went and formed his own orchestra like a year later, where there he crafted a top 10 hit called You Made Me Love You. He then took over for Glenn Miller on the radio when Glenn Miller went and started fighting the Nazis. And he was also actually the first major orchestra to sign the then young upstart Frank Sinatra. Personal, I'm like, this is actually off my notes. So this is a personal connection as far as I have to actually this story. The reason that Frank Sinatra and Harry James even got in the same room together is due to my late wife's grandfather was the producer for a hugely popular radio show called the Major Bowes Radio Hour. And so Frank Sinatra was actually on that show, was part of the Hoboken Three, and then basically Robert, who is the producer, went get rid of the other kids and talk to my friend Harry here. And that's how that ended up being. Harry actually continued to play, did all the touring, everything he did up until his death in 1983. But you know what? His legacy lives on. The actual Harry James Orchestra actually still tours to this very day. Well, not currently, but you know what I mean. And his music does as well, and most notably from this movie. Not bad for to have a song in the biggest movie of all time, right? That's legacy right there. And the fact is he grew up in circus, so he had that hustle. That's why he never stopped working until the day he died. He palled around with like Sinatra and all those people. Sinatra did the eulogy at his funeral, and Sinatra's carny trash is all get out. So it's really great. That's why I love discovering these new weird things as far as people who are part of the show, but like a little bit different, because that's what we are. We're part of the show, but a little bit different. Anyway, we'll be right back. And we're back. That's right. I made a commercial for the G-Spot like that. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night where the great Hot Todd Lincoln will be part of the show. And we're going to talk about, I don't know, we'll talk about something. I don't know. We'll talk about a lot of fun stuff. We'll talk about his package. We're going to talk about his package all night long. So it's going to be nice and fun. So tune in tomorrow at 9 o'clock to talk about his package. Hot Todd's package. That'll sell some tickets. All right, let's talk about our next guest. Our next guest, I've actually had the pleasure to see a few times in the Houston area. And by looking at her and hearing her voice, there's a picture right there, you would never know she had such a funny and filthy mouth. She's been playing music for the last 5 to 10 years, and she released an EP self-produced EP back in 2018. She was actually also the finalist for the International Songwriting Competition, and she's actually toured with Stormy Daniels last year. You know, Stormy Daniels, the one who basically just said, you know, Trump has a tiny cock. Toured with her. It's awesome. This year she signed with Laughing Hyena Records, and she just released a brand new album called Hooker Heels. So, well, we got really interested. We actually have a little twofer we're about to see from the amazing and wonderful Lisa Lyric. Definitely check this out.
Okay. Lisa Lyric here, going to sing you one of the songs off my album. Can't tell you the name of it because that gives away the punchline. He likes them young, and so does she. He's gotta pay for it, but she gets hers free, cause she's an MILF, strutting her stuff. Yeah, she's somebody's mom. You like to fuck, well, you don't even know her name when you see her at those soccer games. But every time she catches your eye, you're wishing you were between her thighs. She could be your best friend's mom, but you kick your ass if you got some. But gosh, how you'd like to know if she could suck a truck through a garden hose. She's MILF, strutting her stuff. Yeah, she's somebody's mom. You like to fuck. She's been around the block and still loves to screw. If you play your cards right, she could teach you a thing or two. She's got cushion for the pushing. She wears it well, no doubt. She might not be a young pup, but she still looks good with the bone in her mouth. She's an MILF, strutting her stuff. Yeah, she's somebody's mom. You like to fuck. Yeah, she's somebody's mom. You like to fuck. That's a MILF. Alright, song titles. Here we go. Panty Sniffer, Hooker Heels, the Google Advice Song, which made it to the finals in an international songwriting competition. MILF, which you just heard. Oral Fixation, who doesn't like that? No, 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 Never, and for you guys that are into women's feet, that song's for you. Hurtin' for Squirtin'. That is the only song I don't perform live. When you listen, you'll know why. So it's kind of for shock value. Dad Bod, it's probably the cleanest song, and if you got a dad bod, I'm totally singing your praises. Fat Man, it's a Christmas song, and Let's All Get Naked. So hope you enjoy it. Now you're going to hear Panty Sniffer, and I did this on the front porch with a couple friends. One of them is Forrest Barber, who is also the producer of the CD and a multi-instrumentalist. So enjoy. I think you're a special guy, and I'm not ashamed. We met online. You're shy and awkward, but that's not bad. I guess that's why you answered my ad. And it said, panties for sale, slightly used. I'll wear them all day and send them straight to you. I'll even mail them in a Ziploc. They'll be good and smelly when you stroke your panties for sale, cause the light bills do. I'll wear them all week if you want me to. For an extra 20, I'll throw in a picture. Making ends meet, I love Panty Sniffer. You're not a pervert, you're just a fan who likes to stimulate the olfactory gland. If that sweet aroma's what makes you tick, I got the perfect scratch and sniff. Panties for sale, slightly used. I'll wear them all day and send them straight to you. I'll even mail them in a Ziploc. They'll be good and smelly when you stroke your support me, go to lisalyric.com, purchase this album. Otherwise, download it, stream it, and definitely share it with your friends. Share it on social media, and that would be the best you can do, and I appreciate you for it. And I hope you enjoyed the laughter. Thanks.
And we're back. So guys enjoyed Lisa Lyric there. I met her, the first time I met her was, there's a really great host and performer out of Houston named Kiki Maroon. She does a monthly show called the Burlicue Lounge. She brings on musical artists, and she's one of the people who pops up all the time. And so I get to know her through that way. And then when I said, hey, I want to do this thing, she goes, yes. And so she sent me that stuff. And she sent me CDs to give away. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer before I do a second giveaway for all this sorts of stuff. But it's coming soon. So pay attention. So next, what I got up, usually on Fridays, is, as I said, it's the Tifa and Emma hour if we're doing stuff like that. But due to illness and stuff like that, they couldn't do it. So what I would do is do the next best thing. I want to make sure that they get represented today on the show. So what I'm talking about is I'm actually talking about Tifa Tiddlywinks and Emma Dilemma, who are amazing, wonderful people, great friends. And so I'm always happy to kind of highlight with them and stuff like that. And so on their show, they sometimes do these weird sketch videos. And so I want you guys to check out the Poopening Cooter Cabra edition right now.
Hello, I am Emma Pandema, and today we are looking for the mystical La Cooter Cabra. Some well-known facts about La Cooter Cabra is that the blood is technically 80% alcohol by volume due to copious consumption of Jameson whiskey and tequila. During mating season, you can hear the clicking of the spurs on their heels in order to attract a mate. Also, you'll find a lovely whiff of aroma in mushrooms coming from its back fur. The mushroom found is emitting aroma very akin to the scent that attracts La Cooter Cabra.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Wow, are you the magical tree?
Yes, I am the magical tree, and I'm here to grant you 3 wishes. Well,
Before I ask my wishes, I have to know, are dragons real?
yes! Ta-da!
It is common knowledge that flying dragons don't have wings, are propelled by their large amount of flatulence. But you never hear that because it's covered by the loud dragon roar. For my second wish, I wish to witness the oyster mating dance.
It's a weird request, but I guess. Wish number 2. Here we go. Observe.
Ooh. 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 Another common known fact about oysters is that they're not sentient. It's actually one collective hive mind that is connecting all the oysters in the world. The oyster mating dance is commonly called the bang due to the sound made by the shells hitting against themselves. However, if there are 10 or more oysters doing this dance, it is called the gangbang.
Cool. So yeah, are we like done here? Like okay, you have one more wish. Number 3. What'll it be? Cause I gotta go. Gotta make like a tree, like myself and Leaf.
Well, since you asked, my third wish is to have the ability to talk to my own poops.
Here you go.
Thank you so much! It's the best day of my life. I can't believe all my wishes have come true. Shy, are you Sherry Pooper? The Poop Wizard?
Oh no, I'm Prospector Hotshit, and I'm just here to bring you a fine display of all of the good things you put in your body. Now I've done unwedged this corn here, but don't worry, they never go down easy. It's a mighty fine ride. They'd go twice if you let them, if you know what I mean. But I like that you had some fine greens and good fiber, and you've been working out, and I'm real proud of you. You're a good kid. Well, I hate to linger, you know. Don't want to float on too long. Starting to sink around here. Time to go. Get along, little poopy.
Spray it, don't play it. Wow! At long last, my life's journey to find La Cabra. What are you doing in my trash, Joe?
Oh, you know. Dropping bombs. Deuces. Snoozes. Pooping. Why did you shit in the trash can?
Ew.
What?
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop 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 coming and they don't stop.
And they don't start coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop. I don't just. So yeah, Tifa and Emma, they're always doing weird stuff whenever they have their show on. They even had a show which got banned from this network, which only pictures really existed, that sort of thing, because they didn't think to record the show. Anyways, we're going to be right back. That's right, you too can join the great and wonderful Southern Sideshow Hootenanny, which I actually am a member and part of the group. That place really helped me find who I was when I was lost, and so I'm always happy to help and hype them and give some stuff back for them. And if you notice, on some of the Sideshow performers you see performing, there's a little tag with a little Southern Sideshow Hootenanny on it because they are either members or they performed on stage there. So make sure you keep track of that sort of stuff like that. And speaking of the great Southern Sideshow Hootenanny, let's talk about our next guest. Our next guest I actually met this past year during the Hootenanny, and quite simply, they blew me away. They had one of the best acts of the weekend. It was phenomenal. It's crazy. It's wild. I'm talking about, there we go, Tom Wall. A master of the modern vaudeville, Tom Wall has wowed audiences across the globe with his sharp wit and even sharper knives. He has toured the world, including doing a stint with Cirque du Soleil for the Totem Show, and has won numerous awards for his astonishing juggling and balancing acts. You know, he's also an author and a publisher. In fact, his publishing company, Modern Vaudeville Press, published this book right here. And I have another set of this one and the CD from Alicia Lyric, along with stickers and a pen and all sorts of other fun stuff to add to your collection because it's definitely worthwhile. And here's another cool thing. Tomorrow, Saturday, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there's going to be a really cool, awesome panel about the history of juggling. Right there. I'm going to put that right there. Where it has a lot of amazing jugglers and juggle historians going to be a part of the thing. It's actually going to be on Facebook on the Modern Vaudeville Press page. MODERN Press page. Subscribe to like on that page so that we can keep track as far as when they're going to do that Facebook Live event. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to watch it because it's cool. It's history stuff. I dig that. It's going to be awesome. So definitely check that out. You do not want to miss it. There are people coming from all over the world that's going to be part of that thing to talk about stuff. So it's going to be really cool like that. So, and check out Modern Vaudeville Press because it's an amazing, amazing press company and stuff like that. And you can pick up really cool stuff. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another package of the package of the book and CD and stickers and pen and all that fun stuff. I'm going to do another one of those. And what I want you guys to do is I want you to watch the video I'm about to show you. And then during the video, I want you to tell me who the last week's guests were, or at least one of the guests from last week. That's all I want is somebody to list out who one of the guests were from last week. You can put it on the chat, that's fine. But if you need to think about it, that's fine. But let's catch some Tom Wall. This video is actually taken from the Riga Circus in Latvia, where he actually won the 2015 People's Choice Award. So please give it up for the one, the only, Tom Wall.
sole, gioco a scopa nelle scuole, vuole come un capannone, mi distendo sopra un pianoforte sciolto e mi chiedo dove sei, dove sei, dove sei, dove sei. Ah, che bella questa estate, questa gente, tra immagini e poi niente, e nessuno vuole dirmi dove sei. Faccio strage, ma se passo da perdente, prima o poi la stessa gente mi telefona e mi dice dove sei. Sono stanco delle mie stesse parole, che si fanno solo prove, non si sa mi diventare, per fortuna che ti ho visto, per fortuna almeno tu sei come sei, come sei, come sei, come sei. Oh basta questa estate, questa gente, non mi ricordano più niente, ma che importa se mi dici dove sei. Pensa un po' che mi attraverso la pezzente, sparo lacrime affrontati, me ne vedo per scoprire dove sei. Since the first time I saw you, it must have been. Doesn't matter too much, 'cause I really can't doubt you. Since the first time I loved you, it made me feel so glad. But don't leave me alone, you were part of my song. Said the sunlit morning, the sunlit music. Won't you love me, little girl of mine? Deep money, hold me down, it made me feel right there. Made me feel right. Inside me, so believe in my love, you'll be part of my song. In the sunlit morning, the sunlit music, won't you love me, little girl of mine? Deep money, hold me tight, it makes me feel right there, makes me feel right. Used to be
Tom Wall, everybody. Wasn't that amazing? Wasn't that crazy? When I saw him in, yeah, wasn't he? Yeah, in New Orleans, he balanced stuff on a playing card. Like the knife onto a thing, onto the playing card, onto another thing. It was crazy and amazing. It was a great time hanging out with him all weekend too, which is really cool that he's able to bring on stuff for today for everybody and things like that. So you watch the show, watch the stuff. I do have another gift packet to go. So the sword-on-sword action is amazing. It was amazing. Wasn't it, Juliet? It was crazy. So, as I said, I had another giveaway. Did you guys figure out who else performed last week? So anybody in the chat, if you remember somebody who performed last week, I did put a hint in the prize that I did mention this person during the introduction to one of the performers today. First person who names off somebody who was here last week will win a prize. You should have been totally distracted, which is fine, which is why I'm letting you reply now, Drama Freak 83, for the juggling book, which is one of the reproduction of one of the very first juggling books available, the Lisa Lyric CD, a couple of stickers from Tom Wall from Modern Vaudeville Press. I also have a sticker from Trashfire Sideshow and a button from Trashfire Sideshow, all put into this nice little package being sent to you. Hot Todd Lincoln's already going to be getting his package. We'll be talking about that all night tomorrow. There you go, Drama Freak 83. That's right, Scabs. Scabs the Clown. Yeah, all night. So you guys have a good time? Do you enjoy who you saw on the show today? Can we give a special thanks for all the people that have been on the show tonight, which have been really, really awesome. Let's give it up for Nightmare Sonata. You can contact them at www.nightmaresonata.com. If you liked the show, the video today and their performance, stuff like that, please tip them at PayPal at slavevet131313@gmail.com. Got Chris Broken right there is on the chat. You can contact him to book him. That's the idea for the contacts, is to try to book these people. chrisbroken@gmail.com, and he has Venmo. So if you liked what you saw there, please tip him a couple bucks, at least to keep him stocked up in mezcal. And you can tip him for Venmo at Chris-Broken and all that fun stuff. You can go to check out Lisa Lyric. She didn't want to do a PayPal thing. She just wanted to make sure everybody goes to their website, likes her on Facebook, Instagram as well. Check out her album. Buy the record. Don't just do a streaming thing from the streaming services. Buy it, pick it up. If you liked what you saw today, the shit on the CD is even crazier. And she's just an amazing, nice lady. So please make sure you do so. And last but not least, who we just saw right there was Tom Wall. You can go to tomwall.com to check out him specifically, and to go with the books, modernvaudevilpress.com, to check out all the other great books. And he wrote one on the juggling history as well. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to watch a really cool kind of historical speaking about juggling and stuff like that. It's going to be really fascinating. I said I'm going to be watching it. It's going to be really cool and lovely and wonderful, and I can't wait to do it. And I know what you guys are thinking. You're going, oh my God, Jeff, what are you going to be doing? How nice of you to ask me what's going to be going on for me. Well, guess what? You can catch me tomorrow night right here, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, so 10 o'clock for you East Coasters, where I'll be talking with the one, the only, Hot Todd Lincoln. And that's my favorite picture of him, honestly, which is why I put it on there. And we'll be talking about his package, talking about State of Sideshow and Strong Men, and all sorts of other weirdo stuff, and just having a light like that. You're welcome, Lauren. You're welcome, Lauren. The reason I translate for East Coast time is because Hot Todd Lincoln is actually out of the D.C. Baltimore area, so I also have to do that for him, so he remembers for his timeline, making sure the tone of the call. So next week on the Devil's Hour, which will be back to Wednesdays, barring technical difficulties with somebody trying to download everything on the internet, we're going to have Damn It Dan Block. We're going to have the great and wonderful, this really cool rap artist from Houston by the name of Gilla. We have a really great performer by the name of Helen Fury, who I worked with to put together the Pass the Card Challenge, which Hot Todd Lincoln's been a part of. And then actually, I'm going to have my very first return guest tomorrow for next week's show. This really awesome band by the name of Sign, S-I-N-E. You can track them on all their social medias with a love sign and a sign S-I-N-E, which are a really great kind of goth industrial act out of Austin. Here in Austin, they just released a new video for their upcoming album, which includes that band plus Kriss Mackey, who is of the Pigface fame, and Chris Connolly, who's been in things like Pigface, Pit Ministry, a couple of little bands. So they did a song together in a really cool video, and so I'm going to highlight their new thing next week. And they're a good band. I like them a lot, so I'm happy to bring them back. All right, let's go. We're going to do last call, and then while I'm doing last call, if you guys are interested in doing like a late Zoom hang, I can put a Zoom link on the chat, and we can do that. If not, that's also cool too. I'll chat with everybody tomorrow. So if you're interested, just tell me a yay, and then I'll throw a Zoom link up. But otherwise, let's talk last call. What a weird and fucked up time we are in right now. But you know what? Change has to be made. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be instantaneous. But we're doing everything we can, and I'm always going to add my voice in the chorus of change and everything better like that. I will also I'm hoping you guys as well maintain persistence with talking with your local officials about helping to enact reform, and for those that are being less than prohibitory, stuff like that, then please make sure you vote people who can in, because that's one of our voices is to vote. I will do what I can to help those in trouble, even if it's only to bear witness to altercation, stuff like that, to ensure civility is all involved. We can all do better to help humanity. I was about to say humidity. We all can do better for humanity to find its grace. And that's really what I want. What we should be doing is helping us find our grace again. It won't be easy, but it will be a thing that happens. So thank you guys so much for coming to doing the show. I am right now doing the thing to let people come in. So special thanks for everybody that came to the show and saw the performers. Special thanks to Tifa and Emma for having their weird-ass video. They have a few more that I'll probably bring on as the weeks progress, as time seems fit. Congratulations to Hot Todd Lincoln and Drama Freak 83. Drop me a DM, Drama Freak 83. I believe we are friends on Facebook, and we'll get coordinated as far as getting your address and stuff like that, so I can get that out to you. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I am stalling and talking about stuff. You guys can talk about yourself. I think I screwed up. That's what it looks like. I over because I didn't want to put everything on the freaking thing, but it looks like it couldn't help. But oh well. There it is right there. That's Cabin Fever live stream is also me right now. So, because I'm special. Meeting ID 384-389-8297 with the password Sideshow. That's fine. It's fine, Drama Freak. If you can't be on part of Zoom, that's perfectly fine. I said, just drop me a line. Well, thank you. You guys be safe out there. Help what you can. Help how you can. Do what you can. Make sure voices are heard. And of course, always keep drinking, everybody.